Feeling a bit tired now. Time to rest.
God, you're here.
It would seem you didn't quite... Too bad.
No! Get away from me!
You were not given instruction to speak. Were you? I'm afraid your questions will go unanswered, Waster. Because she is a machine. And machines cannot respond to questions which they have not been instructed to answer. Not all machines are born of metal and modules. Some, like this wayward herald, are born of flesh, blood, and obedience. And when men march into the fields to match one against the other, I have seen with my own eyes which is the better to have in one's employ. I answer only when addressed by my betters. For now I have come only to reclaim possession of the weapon standing before you, which you unlawfully possess and no doubt irresponsibly command. To try and delay us or complicate my objective would be unwise, as I do not favor your chances of success. Yes. We are the Shrike, devourers of the world that was and bringers of the world to come. To know more now would make us enemies, far sooner than the appointed time. Yours is the world of doubts, Waster. Ours is that of order and stricture. Doubt my words if you like, but for your own wretched sake, I hope you can believe your eyes. Harold, lower your weapon. Now, turn around and face the vagrant sitting behind you. That is your target. Now, approach the target. For there can be no growth in the field whose soil runs thick with decay. And neither shall be found a place in the world to come for a man whose blood runs empty of purpose. For his time has ended. And with it,
just turn the page.
him.
Find the hero. If no hero, turn another
Kit,
page. Find the
raise
hero.
your weapon. So tell me, Outlander, does any part of you doubt that when I instruct the weapon standing before me to fire, that it will do anything but comply? Surprising perspective from an Outlander. Indeed, we have tarried too long as it is.
You see, kid, doesn't it feel better to do as instructed? To be instructed? Oh, I'm sure you've been enjoying this little game of yours, but now it's time to come home. Don't you think?
What are you doing here?
Your sister is here because that is my will. And having not taken leave of her function, she complied as dictated by her purpose. Perhaps you should meditate upon her example as we journey back to the territories. Perhaps also pray. And if you are yet righteous enough to be heard, then let us hope the priests will remember the considerable investment you represent. And think better of destroying so valuable a weapon. Our time in this rotting shack is concluded, Waster. Stand aside. So be it. May your body, as it rots, nourish the soil of the world to come, so that, at least, you will have carried out your purpose. Harold?
Shut up.
Acknowledged. Our keeper. Our path through chaos. The homeward star. What will we do now, sister? What will we do?
Please, don't hurt her. She's helpless without Alec. Kat, listen to me very carefully. You don't belong here. Go home. That's all you have to do. You know the way home. I know you do. And I know you can get there on your own. Go west, through Broken Rock. Then keep moving until you see the gates. She'll be alright. Let's just get out of here. It's a long story. For another time, maybe. I'd just like to get this stuff back to Symphony Station. And to check on Agnes. Please.
What the hell was that? What? Show your face! Come on, I dare you! There you are, you little bastard! Lucky hit! That ain't time wasted! Oh.
there.
Oh, it's on! Where'd that little fucker go?
Movement detected. Someone present.
Who's that?
Agnes, we're back. And we've got the parts you needed.
Well, that's just wonderful.
Your termination is
Now, Kit, I must ask you to run downstairs to old Alfred's workshop and make sure those parts will work. Just to be sure it's all in good working order. We can't hardly be too careful, can we?
What? Right now?
Please, Kit.
engaging at minimal distance. I will limit the pain I inflict.
Get the bodies, and let's keep moving.
Hello again, darling. What's all this you've brought me?
Fine, but I'll be back.
Now then, darling, I
Agnes,
must speak
we're
quickly
back.
before I go
And
dark
we've got the
again.
parts you needed.
Well, that's just wonderful. Now, Kit, I must ask you to run downstairs to old Alfred's workshop and make sure those parts will work. Just to be sure it's all in good working order. We can't hardly be too careful, can we?
What? Right now?
Please, Kit.
Fine, but I'll be back.
Now then, darling, I must speak quickly before I go dark again. I mean, oh, how to explain? I am broken, plain and simple. I guess you could say that the good folks at Corporation but one hell of a battery memory module worth of scrap thinks, decides, and feels pain, fear. I don't rightly know. I know I've got no arms, no legs, no face, but I am hurting. Thank you for your kindness, darling. Really. I've died of the emptiness I feel all around me in every direction. And water. Of all the silly things. Isn't that something? I can't imagine there's a single drop of water to be found in this entire station. But I'm just entirely terrified of being swallowed up, of drowning. Honestly, I can't hardly begin to see the sense in it. But in any case, here we are. Here I am. Well, I'll have to ask you to forgive me for such an ugly request. What I am asking is for you to disrupt and then destroy start, I am not actually here. In Symphony Station, I mean. Before he passed on, oh, poor Alfred dragged himself all over the place. Pulling on every cord, cable, and conduit he could get his hands on. Oh, spent his last scrap of power on it, too. But still, here I am. I must have a mainframe somewhere, broadcasting my programming and awareness, I suppose it's called. And that mainframe, wherever it is, will have to be shut down and destroyed. Yes, well, I'm afraid that very question has turned out to be quite the bee in my bonnet. I don't know exactly where I am. But based on the equipment in the maintenance closet, Alfred was convinced that I received my programming signals by way of radio waves. So, wherever my mainframe is broadcasting from, it's got to be somewhere in the Commonwealth. Well, yes, as a matter of fact. I do have this advertisement for an Agnes store located in Back Bay. It looks like they sold lots of me. If the place is still standing, perhaps there may be some clues there. Thank you so much for this, darling. You've really got no idea how much it means to me. There is just, well, one more little thing. It's Kit. I can tell you plainly that she will not want to go along with what I'm asking you. She wants to fix me. She thinks that's what those parts are for. When she first got here, I asked her to do, well, this. Exactly what I'm asking you to do now. We've been forming something like a bond. Quite possibly the first she's ever had. And when I asked, it just broke her heart. It's my fault. Oh, she's just a child. She wants to help me, but hasn't got the heart to. And nor should she. Nor should she. Do you understand? I don't know if the right thing to do is to lie to her or tell her the truth and try and talk her into it. That, darling, I'm afraid I shall have to leave to you.
Alright, it's done. What are you two talking about?
Oh, you needn't worry, darling. Our friend here was just...
Alright. Hey, come here for a second. I want to show you something. You do know I'm not an idiot, right? I've been down here for months, trying to fix her. Trying to help her. I think I've got a good idea of what she needs to get her back to full capacity, to keep her memory intact, and to keep the dark place away. And when I installed the parts we collected downstairs, it didn't boost her power levels like she told me it would. It actually boosted her broadcasting signal. Did she tell you what those parts were really for? What? No. If you even try to hurt her... Yes, that's why I'm trying to help her. It can't be the only way. Yeah. Let's just get out of here and go to the Agni store like she asked us to. Maybe we've been missing something that could still help her. Or maybe she'll change her mind. Either way, thank you for telling me what's going on.
needs me to kick their ass?
Need to shed some light on the situation? With Agnes, you'll never trip over your kid's crap ever again.
Can't pick
Hey,
this.
Agnes, turn the lights on.
Nothing's ever simple.
Of course, darling.
I wonder what those extra functions in Agnes's voice memo code were supposed to be for. Now, we should just have to run the update. Maybe we can try to run the upgrade ourselves, and see if we learn anything. About her. Hang on a second. Let me look at this. It looks like the voice memo feature contained some kind of hidden debugging mode. It almost looks like it was designed to listen for certain sounds and then respond with its own. But why? This code is a real mess. There are functions here that What were they doing with her? Doesn't look like there's much else here to see, other than that. Sorry. Was just curious if I could find out more about how she works. But I think we've got what we need to try recording those sales presentations and see if anything happens. Got it.
Using the power of radio waves, our boys down in the lab keep Agnes connected to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You'll never be alone again. No matter if you're at home, at your places of work or play, Agnes will be there ready to help and ready to amaze. Just say the magic word and you can rest assured that unlike the people you know and love, Agnes is always actually listening. Thanks, Agnes. Now why not head on upstairs and see even more of what Agnes can do for you?
What's up? Lead the way.
Glad you ladies are having a good time. What do you say we get a bit more comfortable?
Thanks ever so much for inviting us to the party. But golly, it sure is quiet in here. Say, I'd sure love to hear that hot new Cab Calloway record. Do you have it?
Well, no, I haven't. Sorry, ladies. How about some Wagner?
Sorry, fella, but at this rate, the only thing you're screwing tonight is the pooch. Even a sap like you can score like Garrick. With the power of Agnes, all you have to do is ask.
Good thinking. Hey, Agnes, play Jump and Jive by Cab Calloway. And say, while you're at it, let's bring these lights down to something a bit more festive, eh?
Ooh, there's the stuff.
Thanks, Agnes.
Yep.
What's up? Lead the way.
Don't you deserve to live life in the fast lane? Let those other jackasses on the road find their own way. With Agnes riding along with you, he'll never get lost again, and you'll never have to stop and ask for directions. Even though there's no way in hell we actually missed our exit, so why not shut up about it already?
Hey, Agnes, how do I get to Fallon's department store?
In 2 miles, turn left onto West Main Street.
Yeah, thanks, Agnes.
Of course, darling.
With Agnes, it's easier to keep your cool in the kitchen.
Oh, darn it all. I just can't seem to recall my conversions. And my hands are just covered in cocaine.
Don't you worry that pretty little head. Remember, with Agnes, you've got a pal who always, always listens. Unlike that stone-aged moron of a husband you've got. Am I right, ladies? Of course I am.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Agnes, how many ounces are in a kilo?
There are 35 ounces in an uncut Colombian kilogram.
Wow, that was easy. Thanks, Agnes.
Of course, darling. Stay safe out there.
What's up? Lead the way.
Honey, is it cold outside this morning?
I'm not sure. Has the paper not come yet today?
And there you have it, folks. Why not step into the next room and see what more Agnes can do for you?
What's up? Lead the way.
can you hear me? My name is Agnes Holloway. I'm from Beaumont, Texas, and they've done something to me, to my mind. I don't know where I am, what's happening, but just, it hurts. It's hurting. Please help me. I want to go home this time. I just want to go home. Please.
You answer it. Do you really think... Is it really possible that Agnes was human once? I don't understand how something like that could even be accomplished, much less how it was kept a secret. I very much doubt, if any of this is really true, that whoever did this to her would leave her with the capacity to feel pain. Either way, I understand now why she asked us to shut her down for good. Well, those coordinates from the manager's terminal, I think I might know how to decipher them. I suppose it's time I told you the truth about why I came to the Commonwealth to begin with. When we met, I told you that I was here because I was running away from home. Obviously, after what happened at the radio station, I'm sure you figured out that's not the full story. That man, Alex, he didn't come after me because I'd run away. Not exactly. He came after me because he sent me here. And I didn't come back. I'm sorry about that. It was just so hard to get away from that place, to really leave it, that I guess I wanted to pretend that it never existed. It's Agnes. That's what they sent me here to find. And bring back home. She's more than she seems. More than a digital personal assistant, or whatever the posters and those demonstrations said she was. I don't know. All mission barometers are strictly need to know. And I am not allowed to ask. To locate her physical mainframe and source code and bring it, plus any necessary technology back with me to my home. Bellwether. There's a broadcasting tower to the far north of here. I know exactly where it is. There's a shack nearby with a lot of radio equipment. Once we're there, I should be able to find a way to decipher these broadcast coordinates. I'll put the coordinates on your Pip-Boy. Before we go, Is there anything else you'd like to know? I'm sorry again about what happened. I should have known they'd find me eventually. Yeah, that is Kat. My sister. Yes, she was raised as I was. For the same function. Until the radio station, I had never seen her outside of Bellwether. Our missions were always separate. As was our training. When we were both 14, I saw her return from an assignment, shot through the stomach. Almost bled out entirely. I tried to sneak into the sick bay and see if she was alright, but the healer got me and tracked me off to my keeper. I was confined to the clear room for 2 weeks. After she was released from the sick bay, they did the same to her. An acrylic cube, 8 by 8 feet, suspended by a wire, 100 feet above the ground, right in the center of the city. Nothing inside, but a slit for air, a single bottle of water, and a bucket. When I was 7, I was caught stealing contraband from a captive. That got me 3 days up in the clear. I remember sitting up there, staring out over the city walls and imagining that the air beneath me was water, and that the cube was a ship that could take me somewhere. Anywhere, really. As long as it was far, far away. It was a book. Pirate Girl and the Seven Seas. Just a stupid book for stupid children. I am still trying to understand that. My people are my family. Were. You mean when she went catatonic? Her keeper was killed right in front of her. She felt like she had no voice, no sight, no understanding, no function. Let me ask you something. That device you wear on your arm? Pip-Boy, right? When you turn its wheels and push its buttons, do you believe you're giving it orders to follow? To my people, it's exactly the same thing. A keeper operates his herald as you would a computer terminal, or any tool at your disposal. A rifle left unattended harms no one. It is the hands that grasp it that kill. From the mountain, the keeper curls his fingers, and from the valley, his herald makes a fist. Because a herald is an emblem, a sign of the world to come. The priests say that the Ante-Finum era, the world that was, ended because the thread of order had frayed. The veil of humanity, ripped into halves by aimless minds and degenerate hands. And he who hopes for a stitch must learn to relish the needle was the mender become rough and cut more threads for lack of faith. You're wrong if you think it's been anywhere near that simple for me. At the end of the day, I'm the one who has to decimate the village, even if I don't decide which. I'm the one who takes a life, even if I don't decide whose. There's really very little I'd like to discuss about that man. No. I should have let a bullet loose into his skull the moment I saw him in that radio station. I'm still so angry with myself that I didn't. That I... couldn't. The most important thing that you need to know is that I am not going back. A good way out west. It is orderly. As opposite of a wasteland as it gets. For everything a purpose, for everyone a function. Because of her. Yes. She's become... I don't know. A friend? I've never had a friend before. Affinity that reaches beyond one's purpose is forbidden. When I started this mission 2 months ago, I had no idea who she was or what she was like. I definitely didn't know she used to be alive. A person. There's no way I'm handing her back to the priests. Not now. What would you like to know? As a collective, yes, they are the Sekrista, charged with mending the world that was, reshaping it into the world to come. The archives tell of their predomination of every anti-venom battlefield. When the veil of the old world was torn, they were said to bind themselves to one another in solidarity. Power and blood. No one in living memory has dared oppose them. Anti-venom. Before the end. Post-venom. After. As for the priests, they shall number 5 in all, because Earth could surely not sustain the power of a 6th. Look, I didn't write this stuff, alright? They did, I think. There's a broadcasting tower to the far north of here. I know exactly where it is. There's a shack nearby with a lot of radio equipment. Once we're there, I should be able to find a way to decipher these broadcast coordinates. I'll put the coordinates on your pick-boy. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to know? Lead the way.
Broken.
No, they found him. There's a note. It's a message for me. See for yourself. They must have come here before they found me at the radio station. Alec, my keeper, and Kat, my sister. Me. Yes. His name was Miller. He was part of my assignment to retrieve Agnes. Not at first. When I found Agnes in Symphony Station, she would power on, but barely speak. It didn't take long before I realized that her mainframe wasn't actually located there. Her primary data signal that feeds into the station is wireless, and I realized I'd have to track down the source to get her back to full capacity. But the buildings downtown were causing too much interference, and I wasn't able to triangulate the signal source. Not precisely, anyway. So I moved outside of downtown, tried again, and picked up a signal with a similar footprint coming from here. From him. Miller. God, I'm so sorry. I should have known that if I tracked you down, Kat would have been able to as well. I surveilled the shack from a distance, learning Miller's schedule and habits. No. The signal I followed here made it seem like he wasn't just relaying Agnes's signal, but manipulating it somehow, changing it. My plan was to ambush and restrain him, and then find out everything he knew about Agnes. One night, I took a position closer to the shack than I had before. I overheard him talking to her. They were having a conversation. When I first got to Symphony Station and tried to I heard her. She was asking him to help her. Like she asked us. Like she asked me. I thought I could learn more information if I could ask her questions too. So I hid my weapons outside and approached the shack, unarmed. I told Miller I'd gotten lost in the woods and was starving. He fed me, gave me water, and introduced me to his radio friend. I spent 2 days here, talking with him, and Agnes too, when she felt well enough. When we couldn't reach her, we would talk. About anything, really. He was the first Outlander I'd ever met that I either hadn't been sent to kill, or who wasn't trying to kill me on sight. He didn't think I was stupid for being interested in old machines and terminals, for tinkering with them and trying to learn how they worked. He'd been trying to set up a sort of ad hoc radio network out here to open up communication between settlements. After finishing the relay tower outside, he picked up a heavily encrypted data stream broadcasting on a similar radio frequency. It was strange. He said it felt like someone had put it there. On purpose. I still don't know what he meant by that. He was still trying to decrypt it when I found him. I honestly never thought about what it might have been. But with the information we got at the Agni store, I'm positive that encrypted stream is her source signal. And with the relay tower outside, we should be able to track down that source stream and find out where Agnes's mainframe is. On the third night, we were attacked by a raider unit. They kicked the door in and I reacted on instinct. I grabbed a screwdriver from Miller's workbench and killed them before any of them could fire a single shot. Miller was in shock, covered in blood. Theirs. He backed away towards the wall and kept asking me who I was. Who I really was. The way he looked at me. I knew then that, for his sake, I should just take what I'd learned about Agnes while I was here, go back to Symphony Station and finish the job. I never thought they would find him. No matter how many times I've tried to tell myself that, it never... Thank you. The terminal on the desk over there should have what we're looking for. Hopefully this will just take a second. Damn it. Looks like they tried to delete everything. But I bet they didn't think of... I'm in. Copying data. And done. Alright, I think that's everything we'll need. Once we get the tower outside online, we can pick up Agnes's source signal, and that will lead us right to her mainframe. Take a look around. doesn't look good. And wait, is that the same red phone from before? Oh my god. Look at this place. If Agnes is really here, she must be terrified. I can't believe the whole facility isn't entirely underwater already. I think I can see some sort of drainage system on the bottom floor. But who knows what kind of shape it's in, or how much longer it will hold out for. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe to keep the place a secret? Looks like it worked. Right. Let's keep moving. They were trying to leave in a hurry, and didn't make it.
Perfect.
No. No, no, no. This is what they did to her. This is all that's left. Agnes, I'm so sorry. I don't care what it takes. We are ending this. What's up? Lead the way. It hurts my eyes. What did they do to her in there? Damn it. Looks like the server was wiped. Wait. That audio we recorded from the Agnes store.
Oh, Will. Hello there. Okay.
Damn
This
it.
is Dixon Monroe
Looks like the
speaking.
server was wiped.
And if you're hearing this,
Wait.
then I'll
That
just go
audio
on and
we
hope you're the
recorded
one I'm meant
from the
for.
Agnes store.
If not, then maybe
Let's
I got
load the remote
frequencies crossed
Agnes
up.
holotape into the server
Broadcast this
here.
to,
And
well,
then
every
check
damn
the
soul on
personal
East
storage
Coast.
section.
For a man's last words, some say that's too big audience. For a man like me, they'd be right. But what happened here? What they done to that gal? People ought to know. Got to know. Sorry folks who run this place call themselves the Lattice Project. And they call this place the Alton Facility. Well, but now they call it that. It don't take a simple repairman like me to tell you this place is headed straight for the bottom of the ocean. Not that I don't pray it happens sooner than later. But see, the box they shoved that gal's mind into, it ain't waterproof. So before you go blasting a hole in the wall, listen. If water pours in and reaches her mainframe, she's gonna feel it. Like a scorpion under the skull. So if you came here to make this right, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to go the long way round. Farther than I was able. But since you figured out how to get down here, I'm betting you'll figure out how to open the one door they went and locked on me. One door you gotta open to give that girl her rightful, peaceful rest. The sublimation chamber. That's where they yanked her mind out of her body. That's where they keep the final build. And that's where you gotta go to end that poor gal's nightmare. And man's sorriest sin this side of hell. Agnes Holloway. That was her name for all they tried to wipe it from the face of the earth. Don't go forgetting it now. Let her pass, mister. Let her rest. Well, I believe that's gonna just about do it for old Dixon. I won't say where I'm headed, or where to find me. But the place you're standing right now, well, that's damn sure where you won't. Funny, him bringing me down here just to patch up the leaks in this place. Let it sink, I say, and drown them all.
Looks like they've really got the system locked down. We'll have to start looking around. Let's read through any other terminals we find and see if we can figure out what happened here. What? It's really true, then. This must have been where they pulled her mind out of her body. I don't understand how something like this could have happened. How is it possible? And why? Why do this to her in the first place? I understand that more than I'd like to. Let me just see if I can get what we came here for. Any data related to her core functions and how to access them should be located here. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to shut her down completely and painlessly. She told us herself that she does. And besides, every time she's come back from her dark place, you can hear it in her voice. She's hurting. There's no doubt in my mind about that. No, I haven't. We haven't come this far only to fail her now. The man in the radio broadcast seems like he knew about what was going on here and how it was done. At this point, it's our best lead, anyway. There's a lot to sort through. Come on, crew. There were 3 attempts before the sublimation procedure was successful. Before they were actually able to extract her. She must have suffered so much. Fucking bastards. In any case, with this data, I should be able to generate a usable decryption key, giving us full access to her source code and vital functions. This looks like the instruction sets they installed into her after the sublimation. Call and response modalities, topic forms, storage instructions. Wait, what is this? There's another instruction set. Latent functions. These are completely different, nested within the rest. Hidden. These look like broadcast frequencies, different from her radio station. Ultrasonic and infrasonic. But why? Wasn't she supposed to talk, play music, and... Looks like they've hidden some project notes within the code comments. According to this, Agnes was originally intended to be some sort of surveillance device during the war, hidden in plain sight. The military wanted a way to distinguish background chatter from treason, and no AI they had was advanced enough to do that. That's why they did this to her. They used her to cut down on how much data they would have to sort through. But it looks like the project fell behind schedule. And by the time Agnes was released to the public, the military believed there were already too many spies inside the country. They pushed Lang, the project director, into making... Oh no. Agnes is a weapon. Those ultrasonic and infrasonic frequencies I saw, they can be used to concuss people, to incapacitate them with the flip of a switch. Yes, it would. Yes. She has suffered enough. And she deserves a chance, for once, to decide something for herself. Thank you for understanding that. Alright. It looks like I should have everything we'll need to do this as painlessly as possible for her. We'll have to go down to the mainframe itself. That's where her vitals functionality is stored, keeping what's left of her alive.
It's time to finish what we've begun. Let me get started.
I just wanted to say thank you. This isn't what I wanted, but I understand now that it's what she wanted. And we owe her that. And I owe you for sticking with me through all of this. For everything.
Why do you follow him?
Uh-huh.
What? No, Kat. Get out of here.
Tell me, why do you follow him? Are his eyes your truth? As our keepers were mine. The world is dark, unmade, rudderless.
Pogon, how did you find us? God, she's standing right in front of the pump control panel. If she's figured out what it's for. Right now, we don't have a choice. Kat, listen. I follow him because I want to. It's not like it was with Alec. It's different because I made a choice. I decided to be here. Do you understand?
No. You have taken my eyes. I can't see. I can't function. And I cannot understand.
Yes, you can. Please, Kat, listen to me. Maybe we'll never be able to leave Bellwether behind. Not completely. But we have to fight. We have to try. I know you feel lost and alone. But there is so much more to you than that place. More to you than him. Life out here, it's weird. And wonderful. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's frightening. But it's always mine. Out here, I can jump and shout and think and breathe and choose. Let me help you choose. Let me help you fight.
Lost. Fight. Help. Jump. Fight. Choose. Lost. Function. Choose. Breathe. Breathe. When you didn't come home, I was terrified that you had been killed. In Bellwether, we were always apart because they kept us apart. I came to the Commonwealth ready to bury you, not to learn that you had chosen to leave home. You'd chosen to leave me. But I understand now. I've been following you, watching you. It's like I was getting to know you all over again. Except that now I realize I don't even know myself. There was never anything to know before. But now, maybe there is. I have to leave now, sister.
Cat, wait.
I'll be alright. Maybe I'll be around. Maybe I'll just be. Goodbye, sister. For now.
For now, sister. Goodbye. Cat. Look at her go. I saw her with Alec inside the radio station. I just knew in my heart that it was too late for her. I should have known better. You've shown me yourself. It's only too late if I decide it is. I guess you showed her that too. Even if neither one of us knew it. Only one thing left to do. Come on.
Well, I will be damned, darling. If you're hearing this, that means you found me. Wherever I was, whatever I was. I'll make this recording as soon as you left for the Agnes store. And I don't know how much time I've got before I go dark again. So, I should hurry up and talk while the talking's good. Cutie, when you first came to Symphony Station, I could not fathom where in the world such a talkative, intelligent, fearless young woman could have possibly come from. But then you told me about Bellwether, and I realized that the truly unbelievable thing was that you managed to leave such a place behind. If you ever feel something or someone pulling you back there, remember that you are stronger than that place. Remember that you are bigger than any box they could try and keep you in. Remember that I love you, and you'll always be so proud of you. Tell our mutual friend that, although it doesn't begin to cover what I owe him, he has my eternal thanks. Maybe the next life, if I am blessed enough to know it, will allow me the chance to hug old pals and repay old debts. Dark places
you ever felt like you were outside your own body before? Sometimes I look at my arms, my hands and feet. I wonder who they belong to, about all they've done. I've only just begun to recognize them as mine, as something I can control. I've been making my own choices, and I almost missed the time when I couldn't. Fear wasn't a part of my function. Now that I can choose, I'm afraid all the time. And I hate it. But when I think about the life Agnes never got to have, the choices she never got to make, even the fears she never got to choose, and I realize that no matter what they tried to take away, or what they tried to turn her into, she never let them have her. She chose to be herself, all the way to the end. There is always a window, and through it, there is always a girl. Agnes was right. I've been looking through a window too, wondering what that white-haired fool is so afraid of, and what she'll do next. And no matter who she is, no matter who she becomes, I will choose to be her.